Behind the veil, a glimpse into the Vatican's financial power. The Vatican, a name synonymous with faith, spirituality, and the Catholic Church's global reach. But behind the sacred rituals and pronouncements lies a lesser-known aspect, a vast and intricate financial empire. This empire, shrouded in secrecy and history, has fueled both awe and controversy for centuries. Its origins date back to the Roman Empire, intertwining with emperors and political intrigue. Over time, it amassed wealth, influence, and a complex web of financial holdings. This is the story of that empire. A story of power and piety, of secrets and scandals, of an institution navigating the complexities of the modern financial world. It's a story that takes us from the hallowed halls of the Vatican to the bustling streets of global financial centers. We'll delve into the Vatican's coffers, examining the sources of its wealth and the ways it wields its financial might. Join us as we pull back the curtain, venturing beyond the gilded altars and ornate ceilings. This is an exploration of the Vatican's financial empire, a journey into the heart of an institution that has shaped the world for centuries. The weight of history, a legacy of wealth and influence. To understand the Vatican's financial empire, we must first journey back in time. The early church, despite its humble beginnings, quickly amassed wealth through donations and land ownership. This wealth grew exponentially with the fall of the Roman Empire, cementing the church's position as a major power player in the medieval world. From funding grand cathedrals to financing wars and patronizing the arts, the church's wealth became both a source of power and a target for envy. The Renaissance and the Reformation brought about significant changes. The rise of secular states challenged the church's dominance, leading to conflicts over wealth and power. The church's lavish spending during the Renaissance, epitomized by figures like the Medici Pope Leo X, sparked outrage and fueled the flames of the Reformation. This period saw the rise of Protestant denominations and a decline in the church's political and financial clout. The Vatican's response was to adapt and evolve. It embraced new financial instruments such as indulgences and the sale of church offices to maintain its financial footing. These practices, while controversial, helped the church weather the storm and retain its influence. The modern era brought new challenges and opportunities. The Industrial Revolution and the rise of global capitalism created a new financial landscape, one where the Vatican had to find its place. Unmasking the Empire, a look at the Vatican's global reach. Today, the Vatican's financial empire spans continents. It manages a vast portfolio of investments, real estate holdings, and art collections accumulated over centuries. Its financial activities are shrouded in secrecy, with limited transparency and oversight. This has led to accusations of financial mismanagement, lack of accountability, and even illicit activities. Despite the controversies, the Vatican's financial power remains undeniable. It holds significant sway in international markets, influencing everything from currency exchange rates to the price of gold. Its investments in industries like banking, insurance, and real estate generate substantial revenue, further bolstering its financial might. The Vatican's financial influence extends beyond the realm of finance. It uses its wealth to support charitable causes, fund missionary work, and promote its social teachings around the world. This blend of financial power and moral authority makes the Vatican a unique and complex player on the global stage. This is just the beginning of our exploration. In the chapters that follow, we'll delve deeper into the intricacies of the Vatican's financial empire, examining its sources of income, its involvement in scandals, and its global influence. The early church, from humble beginnings to imperial power. The Vatican's financial empire began with a small group of believers in the Roman Empire. The church relied on the generosity of its followers. Emperor Constantine's conversion marked a turning point. Imperial patronage brought land grants and tax exemptions. Amidst the collapsing empire, the church emerged as a beacon of stability. Its vast land holdings provided income and influence. The church's wealth attracted envy and accusations of hypocrisy. The Middle Ages saw the rise of the Papal States, a collection of territories in central Italy under the direct political control of the Pope. This temporal power brought with it new responsibilities and new sources of income. The church was no longer just a spiritual authority, it was a political entity with armies, taxes, and a complex bureaucracy to manage. The Papal States derived their income from a variety of sources. Taxes levied on their subjects provided a steady stream of revenue, as did the sale of indulgences, which offered forgiveness of sins in exchange for financial contributions. The church also profited from its vast land holdings, which generated income through rents, agricultural production, and the sale of raw materials. This period also saw the construction of some of the church's most iconic buildings, including St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. These architectural marvels, while testaments to the church's faith and power, also required enormous sums of money to build and maintain. The church's patronage of the arts, while enriching Western culture, further strained its finances and fueled accusations of extravagance. The balancing act between faith and finance proved a delicate one. The church's involvement in secular affairs, including wars and political intrigues, often seemed at odds with its spiritual mission. Corruption within the church hierarchy, fueled by the allure of wealth and power, further tarnished its reputation. The seeds of discontent were sown, setting the stage for the upheavals of the Renaissance and Reformation. The Renaissance and Reformation marked profound upheaval for the Catholic Church. Humanism and questioning authority challenged the Church's dominance. Martin Luther's 95 Theses led to a schism, costing the Church followers and territories. This loss impacted the Church's finances. Income from indulgences dwindled as Europe embraced Protestantism. Loss of territories meant loss of tax revenue and resources. Lavish spending by Renaissance popes compounded financial woes. Yet the Church proved resilient. It adapted with new financial strategies. The Council of Trent sought to reform the Church from within. The Church strengthened its position through investments and alliances. The Vatican Bank emerged in 1942 to manage finances. It played a central, often controversial role in the Church's financial affairs. The modern era brought new challenges and opportunities for the Vatican's financial empire. The rise of global capitalism created a new financial landscape. The Vatican had to adapt to thrive in this environment. Under Pope Pius II, the Vatican invested in the stock market and real estate. This modern strategy diversified the Church's portfolio. Embracing capitalism brought controversy. The Vatican's financial dealings have been shrouded in secrecy. The Vatican Bank has faced allegations of illicit activities. Recent steps aim to improve transparency and accountability. The Vatican's financial empire continues to evolve in the 21st century. One of the most well-known sources of Vatican income is Peter's Pence, a global collection taken up annually in Catholic churches worldwide. This tradition allows Catholics from all walks of life to contribute directly to the needs of the Holy See. Peter's Pence has evolved into a sophisticated fundraising operation, generating millions annually. The funds support the Pope's charitable works, the Roman Curia, and Vatican City upkeep. Despite scrutiny, Peter's Pence remains vital, showing the power of faith and generosity. While donations like Peter's Pence play a vital role, the Vatican's financial portfolio extends far beyond charitable contributions. Over the centuries, the Holy See has amassed a diverse range of investments, carefully managed and strategically leveraged, to generate substantial revenue. These investments span various sectors, including real estate, stocks, bonds, and even precious metals, reflecting a pragmatic approach to wealth management. One of the key players in the Vatican's investment strategy is the administration of the patrimony of the Apostolic See, or APSA, which operates much like a sovereign wealth fund. APSA oversees a sizable portion of the Vatican's assets, investing in global markets and managing its real estate holdings. This financial arm allows the Vatican to operate with a degree of financial independence, generating income that supports its various activities. Beyond traditional investments, the Vatican has also explored more entrepreneurial ventures. It holds shares in various companies, including banks, insurance firms, and even pharmaceutical companies, reflecting a willingness to engage with the modern business world. These ventures, while sometimes controversial, provide the Vatican with additional revenue streams and opportunities to grow its wealth. The Vatican's investment strategy reflects a balancing act between preserving its wealth and generating returns to support its mission. While its investment decisions are often shrouded in secrecy, the Vatican's financial activities demonstrate a keen awareness of the global marketplace and a willingness to adapt its strategies to navigate the complexities of the modern financial world. The Vatican's real estate holdings are a testament to its long and storied history. Beyond the iconic landmarks and sprawling gardens of Vatican City, the Holy See owns a vast and valuable portfolio of properties around the globe. These holdings include everything from apartment buildings and office complexes in major cities to agricultural land and historic palaces in Europe and beyond. The exact scale of the Vatican's real estate empire is difficult to quantify, as much of it is held through a complex web of foundations, trusts, and other entities. However, estimates suggest that the Vatican's real estate holdings are worth billions of dollars, making it one of the largest non-governmental landowners in the world. These properties serve a variety of purposes. Some, like the Vatican's embassies and diplomatic missions, are essential for its international relations. Others, like its universities and seminaries, support its educational and religious activities. Many of its properties, however, are purely commercial ventures, generating rental income that contributes to the Vatican's coffers. The management of these vast real estate holdings has not been without its controversies. There have been allegations of opaque dealings, questionable valuations, and even links to organized crime in some cases. The Vatican has taken steps to improve transparency and accountability in its real estate operations, but concerns remain about the true extent and management of its global property portfolio. Within the Vatican's walls lies a treasure trove of art and artifacts, a collection spanning millennia and encompassing some of the world's most renowned masterpieces. From Michelangelo's breathtaking frescoes in the Sistine Chapel to ancient Roman sculptures, the Vatican's art collection is a testament to human creativity and faith. The Vatican museums attract millions of visitors annually, generating significant revenue. However, the vast majority of the Vatican's art collection remains hidden from public view. Critics argue that the Vatican has a moral obligation to preserve its art collection for future generations. The Vatican maintains that its art collection is not for sale, viewing it as an integral part of its identity and mission. The Vatican's financial empire presents a complex picture. It is a religious institution committed to serving the poor and spreading its message of faith and compassion. Yet, it is also a global financial power with vast wealth and investments. The Vatican argues that its wealth is necessary to fulfill its mission, supporting education, healthcare, and charitable works. Critics argue that the Vatican's wealth and secrecy create an appearance of hypocrisy. The Vatican must balance its temporal wealth with its spiritual mission, ensuring its financial activities align with its core values. The Vatican's relationship with finance has been marred by scandal. The collapse of Banco Ambrosiano in 1982 exposed vulnerabilities within the Vatican's financial systems. Another major scandal was the Enimont affair in the 1990s, involving corruption and bribery. These scandals highlighted the need for greater transparency and accountability. The Vatican has taken steps to address these concerns, implementing reforms aimed at improving financial oversight. Critics argue that these reforms have been insufficient, and the shadow of past scandals continues to loom over the Vatican. The Vatican Bank, or IOR, manages accounts for Catholic institutions and clergy members. Despite its small size, the Vatican Bank has been subject to intense scrutiny due to its opaque practices. The IOR has historically operated with minimal external oversight, fueling suspicions about its activities. Under Pope Francis, the IOR has undergone audits and implemented new financial controls. Despite these efforts, critics argue that the bank continues to operate with a level of secrecy that hinders effective oversight. The Vatican Bank's future remains uncertain as it navigates the challenges of balancing its unique role with demands for greater transparency. The Vatican Bank faces persistent accusations of money laundering. Critics accuse the bank of being a conduit for illicit funds due to its lack of transparency. In 2010, Italian authorities seized millions of euros from a Vatican bank account, suspecting money laundering. The Vatican denies wrongdoing and maintains stringent measures to prevent money laundering. However, the persistence of these allegations has made it difficult to shake the perception of financial abuse. Addressing these concerns and restoring trust in the Vatican Bank's integrity remain ongoing challenges. The Vatican's financial scandals have prompted calls for greater transparency. Under Pope Francis, the Vatican has implemented measures to improve oversight and accountability. These include the establishment of the Financial Information Authority to monitor transactions. The Vatican has also sought to improve communication and cooperation with international authorities. While some laud these efforts, others argue that more needs to be done to address the Vatican's culture of secrecy. The Vatican's willingness to engage with these issues suggests a growing recognition of the need for greater transparency. The Vatican city-state wields an influence far exceeding its size. Its reach extends to over 1.3 billion Catholics worldwide. The Vatican's diplomatic network engages in dialogue with world leaders and promotes peace and justice. Its financial resources support a global network of churches, schools, and hospitals. Critics argue that the Church's conservative stance on social issues hinders its ability to address contemporary challenges. Despite criticisms, the Vatican remains a significant force in global affairs, shaped by faith, diplomacy, and finance. The Vatican has played a significant role in shaping international affairs. Its moral authority gives it a unique platform to influence global events. The Vatican's diplomatic efforts have been instrumental in resolving conflicts and promoting peace. Pope Francis has emerged as a leading voice on issues such as climate change and poverty. The Vatican's influence operates through moral suasion and soft power. Its ability to mobilize public opinion and shape global narratives should not be underestimated. The Vatican operates a vast network of charitable organizations, hospitals, and schools. Caritas Internationalis provides emergency relief and supports long-term development projects. The Vatican supports a wide range of charitable initiatives, including healthcare and education. Catholic hospitals and clinics provide quality medical care to millions of people. The Vatican's humanitarian network is a testament to the power of faith in action. The Vatican's charitable works transform lives and offer hope to those in need. Section 4. Controversies and Criticisms, Navigating the Intersection of Faith and Geopolitics. The Vatican's global influence, while lauded for peace and aid, faces controversies and criticisms. Its handling of the sexual abuse scandal has damaged its moral authority. Critics argue the Vatican's stance on social issues is outdated and harmful. Financial dealings, often secretive, have also sparked controversy. Despite steps for transparency, concerns about financial management persist. The future of Vatican influence balancing tradition and change in a globalized world. The Vatican faces the task of balancing its traditions with the demands of a rapidly changing global landscape. Its future influence depends on adapting to new realities while staying true to core values. The rise of secularism and decline of religious affiliation are key challenges. Fewer people identify as Catholic, diminishing the Vatican's moral authority. The Vatican must find new ways to engage with those who hold different values. Its relationship with other religions, especially Islam, will shape its future influence. Fostering dialogue between faith communities is crucial in an interconnected world. The Vatican's commitment to interreligious dialogue offers a path forward. Internal governance and financial transparency will determine its future influence. Addressing scandals and promoting accountability is crucial for restoring trust. The Vatican's future hinges on balancing tradition with the need for adaptation and reform. The Vatican's financial empire stands as a testament to the enduring interplay of power and piety. From its humble beginnings to its rise as a global power, the Church has navigated wealth and influence. The Vatican's story is a tapestry interwoven with threads of faith and finance. Its wealth, amassed over centuries, supports its message and charitable works. The Church's teachings on social justice inspire acts of kindness and generosity. Yet, its financial power has also been a source of controversy and accusations. The Church's involvement in financial scandals contrasts with its teachings of humility. The Vatican's struggle to reconcile its power with its spiritual mission shapes its identity. As the Vatican looks to the future, it faces a pivotal moment in its long history. The challenges of the 21st century demand new approaches and a renewed commitment to transparency and accountability. The Vatican's ability to adapt and regain trust will determine its influence in the decades to come. One pressing challenge is the need for greater financial transparency. The Church's opaque financial dealings and history of scandals have eroded trust. To restore confidence, the Vatican must embrace openness, accountability, and ethical practices. Transparency fosters a culture of honesty and integrity at all levels of the Church. It requires acknowledging past mistakes and implementing meaningful reforms. The 21st century is marked by a shift towards a more multipolar world. The Vatican's role as a global actor is evolving, requiring new partnerships and strategies. Its commitment to multilateralism and conflict mediation remains valuable. The Church's moral authority and global network position it to promote dialogue and understanding. However, soft power alone may not suffice in a world driven by hard power and economic leverage. The Vatican must amplify its voice and build coalitions to address global challenges. Engagement with emerging powers like China, India, and Brazil is crucial for future influence. These countries are shaping the global order with their growing clout. Building relationships and fostering dialogue with these powers will advance the Vatican's global agenda. The Vatican's financial empire stands at a crossroads. Managing wealth responsibly and ensuring transparency will determine its legacy. The challenges are significant but not insurmountable. The Church's history shows renewal and adaptation. From the Council of Trent to the Second Vatican Council, the Church has confronted its shortcomings. Its future influence depends on adapting while staying true to core values. The message of love and dignity resonates globally. It transcends cultural and economic differences, offering hope. The Vatican's legacy will be judged by its actions, not wealth. True wealth lies in faith, social justice, and love.